in supporting you guys for volunteering. I did reach out, I think like 2 years ago before the COVID, and I was never got involved after that. So I'm very interested in doing this with you guys this year.
Great.
Perfect. So iPad, what is your name?
Lydia Sasweta.
Okay, I emailed with you earlier.
And I was raised in Citrus Heights. I went to Citrus Heights School. I went to Sylvan School, and then I noticed it was demoed. It's not there no more, but I live in California, and I'm in a pageant system that is a volunteer community-based pageant. So we volunteer in the community, and Citrus Heights is part of our city. So I seen it on the news, and I contacted my director, and so I told her, I said I was very interested in doing this and volunteering.
Oh,
So
wow.
I love it.
Great.
Awesome. Dawn?
Hi. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dawn Conyers, and I have resided here in the Citrus Heights community for about a year and a half now. My folks originally moved out here in 1978, and I am retired. I have experience with working with indigents, and I also have experience in clothing shop. I've run my own business, and I worked for attorneys for 30 years. So I'm very interested in supporting the community I live in, and helping out wherever I can.
Oh, super.
Great.
Thank you. Mr. Schaefer.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Schaefer. I'm the newest Citrus Heights City Council member. I was elected in November. I've been in the Citrus Heights. I moved up here from Bay Area, from Santa Cruz, where I was born and raised. I moved up here in 1990. So I've been up here coming up on 31 years. I moved directly to Citrus Heights. I did move and live in Roseville for about a year. So I obviously have been very politically involved here in Citrus Heights, and very concerned about, like everyone, the homeless condition. And I'm certainly here to listen. You know, that's what I can do the best at this point. Listen to what ideas you guys have, what support you need, and see what we can do to combat this issue. I have my oldest brother. He's only 2 years older than me. He's been chronically homeless for over 30 years.
Wow.
So I have and he's, he's still alive, and he's still plugging away. Oftentimes we don't know where he is. And it's, and he contracted tuberculosis, which he was, anyway, it's a long story. If anybody knows anybody who's contracted tuberculosis, it's quite a long illness to recover from.
It is.
Especially if you're a homeless person.
It is.
And it is very contagious, extremely contagious, and that's a real serious. When I started hearing about COVID, that was my primary concern: is this going to run through and kill a bunch of homeless people that don't have access to health care, that have issues. And I'm delighted, as far as I know, I haven't seen or heard many people that have died from COVID, even in the fact that they don't have a place to live. So, like I said, I'm here to listen, and I just want to make sure that everyone here involved, you can email me. I promise you I will respond. And I like a phone conversation, to be honest, versus email. Email often takes, a sort of lot of back and forth. But so don't be surprised if you email me. I might call you.
Awesome. Thank
Great.
you. Patrick?
Hello, Patrick Miller. I am with the Way Ministries. We are a street ministry. Our mission is to provide a pathway to sobriety and mental health. and that's why we work on the street. We just recently opened our third recovery home. So
Wow.
we now house about 36 folks. Lots of them have come off the street in the last 20 years. We've taken about 15 to 18 off the street in Citrus Heights alone. And so Grace House is the name of our recovery homes. When you talk about I want to just make one mention when you talk about the folks on the street that haven't come down with COVID. I have a theory. One of the greatest prophylactics I think that's out there is dirt. How many kids eat dirt, mud pies and all and never get sick? I'm thinking the dirt's a pretty good prophylactic for those guys. Anyway, we have a lot of fun at it, and I'm proud to be part of HART. We do a lot of good in this community. Thank you.
Pat, have you cleared that with Dr. Fauci?
Well, I'm afraid he'd put me in jail.
Awesome. Thank you, Patrick. Nicole?
Oh, hi, everybody. Nicole Piva. I work for the city of Citrus Heights. Been working there since 2000 and worked in a couple different departments. I'm in the housing and grants department right now. So it's nice to see everybody.
Thank you. Amanda?
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, coming in from Capital Star Community Services, the Youth Help Network program. So we support 16 to 25-year-olds all throughout Sacramento County. We are an outreach program, and we also specialize in connecting them to mental health services, since that is our larger parent agency. We help them navigate housing options and gaining any access to resources that they might need.
Thank you. Nicholas?
Hi, my name is Nick Peterson. I'm an AmeriCorps Vista, and I'm also on the board with Midtown HART, and I help manage the Tuesday and Friday respite centers at St. John's Lutheran Center and Trinity Episcopal Cathedral downtown.
Perfect. I have Amber at Capital Stars.
Hi, my name is Amber, and I do work with Amanda. I'm a youth advocate. Like I said, we do service youth from 16 to 25 and connecting them with linkage and different services.
Perfect. Trina.
Hi, my name is Trina. I'm a resident of Citrus Heights, and I'm just looking for a way to get involved with my local community.
Perfect. Dar?
I'm Dar Gilliam, and I'm a youth advocate with Youth Help Network as well, working with transitional age youth, helping them get the resources they need, whether it's housing or mental health resources or anything, employment or whatever. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Miss Alice? You're on mute, Alice. Maybe. While she figures that out, Snackman Alfred, I see you're on here.
Hi, can you see me?
We can't see you.
Well, probably a good thing. How do you become streamed on this thing?
There should be a little video camera next to mute. It says stop video, start video.
Oh, that's what that thing means?
Yes, sir.
Oh, now you guys gotta look at my ugly mug. They call me Snack Man. I go out every day and take out snacks and resources to the people in my neighborhood in Citrus Heights and try and give them some love, and every now and then try and give them some tough love and carry the Homeless Navigator's card. And one real quick thing I want to mention is that I sat down with the Department of Parks and Recs and Officer Semino and Mr. Schaefer. And a lot of people think that things are getting stolen from the parks, but now I have the number 2 lost and found, so maybe we could clear some of that up. And next month, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'm doing a sock drive.
Perfect. All right, Miss Alice.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I go to Fair Oaks Presbyterian Church, and we usually do a winter guest house where we host some homeless. We didn't do it this year, but that's where I heard about it. And so I just wanted to listen in and see what's going on.
Perfect. Is there any non-board members that I missed? Tony, you don't count. You're gonna do your introduction when we come to you, okay? I know. Ms. Kaylon, do you want to go?
Sure. I'm Kaylin McBride, and I'm on the board with HART. I serve on a project of the Underground Clothing Connection with my partner in crime, Stan, and we are running a clothing store out of the Sunrise Mall that benefits the students of the San Juan Unified School District and other families that might be outside of the school district, but residents of Citrus Heights that are in need. So I'll pass the torch.
Stan, do you want to give us a brief introduction? Stan.
Oh, sorry. Thought I heard the name. Thought I heard Ann. I am on the board. We've been connected. We were not a part of this as of 4 years ago or 5. I'm with the LDS Church, and by golly, it's been the best thing in the world for us. We're involved in the community and involved with some people that have been doing this for years, and it's been a real plus of service. I'm the assistant to the winter respite with Irene. I have some notes from her if we need to add that to there. And she is just a true angel. She hides her wings, I think, but she is fantastic. We can talk about that and the 6 pluses and minuses. And I'm the assistant to Kaylon in the clothing store, which is a one-of-a-kind store. We can talk about that in detail. It is unbelievable what we're doing. We are, in a sense, to sum it up in one sentence, we are potentially eliminating the chance of homelessness to many children by giving them some love and attention and a lot of clothes. When they go back to school, they're going to be the best looking kids in their school. And I finally figured out that's our purpose. Keep them off the street, keep them in school and educated, and they're going to look like $1 million when they go back. And we are one of a kind. Thank you, city. Thank you, the mall. And thank you, Kaylon, and your group for finding that location. Bye.
Thank you, Stan. All right, Miss Tony, you want to introduce yourself and we'll just jump straight into the Navigator update.
Hi guys, I'm Tony Morgan. I'm the Citrus Heights Navigator. So my job is to assist people that are homeless or at risk of homelessness in the city of Citrus Heights. I only work in Citrus Heights. I do not work any further than that. I am here to provide resources. My job description is actually to help them get into housing. Unfortunately, it's not so much just put them anywhere. So my Navigator update at this time is that I currently only have 29 active clients, a lot of lost contacts due to COVID. So typically higher client list, but COVID makes my job extremely difficult because normally what I do is I help people get IDs and then help them get jobs, help them get into recovery homes, reconnect with family, kind of all that sort of stuff. But there's very few recovery homes accepting people during COVID. There is very few family members willing to reconnect and move clients in. Not many jobs are hiring, so it puts a big barrier in my entire existence at the moment. So I'm still doing as much as I can. The COVID, once again, I don't have official walk-in hours like I used to do at the library. I don't have that right now. So I pick a random day and go to different parts of the city in random parking lots and try to meet clients there for their intakes, their checkups, so on and so forth. What else do I have to update right now? There's still the ID vouchers. I still got those. People are still accomplishing that. We still have the PO box paid by this group actually. And I'm trying to push the recovery aspect as much as possible with specifically Patrick Miller Grace House, because absolutely accepting clients right now as long as we have a negative COVID test in 3 days of sobriety, which I actually am able to help with. So that's the angle we're attacking at this moment. Otherwise, I'm just kind of here for resources. Do you guys have any questions?
I have a question on one particular young lady. I can't remember her name. She always dyed her hair a different color every week. She lost her green card. She was from Switzerland.
I know who she is. Mm-hmm.
I know we got a lawyer involved with her to get her card back, but I don't have any way to get in touch with her. Have you heard anything from her at all?
So without an ROI, I'm not allowed to share information in regards to a certain client, Mr. Stanley, and I do not have a release of information for that gal. I can reach out to her and ask her to contact you, but I can't provide you with any information for her.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Thank you, Tony.
Yep. Real quick, if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me. Email is super simple. It's navigator@citrusheights.net.
Great.
Thank you. Can I get Miss Kaylon? Can you give us a student support update?
Yes, ma'am. So Stan and I are operating the Sunrise Mall clothing store. It's called the Underground Clothing Connection, and we are supporting the entire family of our students and their families that are in need there. We've been needing to get a greater push, community awareness push out. So we are working on that with our limited man hours. But we are trying to increase our volume of families and student shoppers at the store. And so we are welcoming volunteers that might want to be community ambassadors to help us. I see you, Dawn. Help us stay in regular contact with all the hundreds of referral sources between school staff, community organizations, our church partners, et cetera, that can send us more referrals so that we can get more days open and more families served. And Stan, he just pretty much works full time. He's the guy. Anytime you stop by the store, you know you're gonna for sure find Stan there. And when the store's closed, you're gonna find Stan there. He's the man with all the energy.
Kaylon, can you put your email in the chat? That way people have access to that and I'm not forwarding everything to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Kaylon or Stan about the clothing store?
I do. I'm Lydia again. So will this be for like teenagers also, if they needed gowns or prom dresses or anything? Would you guys be doing anything like that?
Yeah, so we have been accepting prom and homecoming formal dresses for and for men as well. We have in the store, we have career clothes for job interviews that would also nicely cross over to any formal occasions. We don't know yet if there are going to be any proms, but I think when the season comes about soon, there might be some parent groups that might put together some sort of a prom outside of school. So we'll definitely make sure that that we make ourselves available to them for those needs.
Okay, because we come across a lot of gowns that we use in pageants. So, and a lot of shoes, heels, and interview outfits, because obviously we do interviews with the directors when we're competing. So I like to donate, and I have a lot.
Okay.
A lot of nice dresses.
So I'm typing slowly but surely typing my contact information into the little chat line, and any emails that come to citrusheightshart@gmail.com, Michaela forwards to me.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
So I've got a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
How long has the store been open?
So we just opened November 18th. We've been I think we're just now past 10 weeks that we've actually served students when we back out the holiday closure weeks. We try to align with the San Juan Unified School schedule. So the school staff is still just now starting to catch on to our existence. Every week we're getting more school staff members that inquire and finally make the connection. Aha, we want to start referring. We are serving the early childhood education preschoolers that are 2 years, 10 months and older. And we definitely have found certain schools and certain school staff members are sending us the majority of our referrals. So that's why we decided that we needed to ramp up our outreach from our end to better inform our school staff. And we're also working on a social media campaign that will also hopefully reach our students directly and parents in Citrus Heights, family members in Citrus Heights directly.
So the next question is, how do you get inventory? And if you accept donations, is there a screening process for the donations, since you're serving primarily the students, the kids? I know you did say you were serving the entire family, but I'm just curious, what's the method for donations?
So our most of our donations are coming from the community, and we've had such enthusiastic community support. It's been amazing. We finally have gotten to the bottom of all our donations and sorted, and we have an entire store of spring and summer already bagged up and ready to put on the floor when the season changes around Easter break. We found ourselves getting a little bit too much of the adult purge and clothing that wasn't really maybe appropriate for our students. So we had temporarily suspended donations so we could get caught up with the sorting and the purging of things that were not appropriate for students. And since then, it seems that we have gotten a better match with the community members being able to better match with student age clothing as our biggest need right now. We let them know, hey, we're right now, we're not in need of adult clothing, because our families that come to shop, generally, I would say our typical family is a family of 4 to 5. So we might have a single parent and 3 or 4 students that they're shopping for. And occasionally we have, well, actually, we're probably getting about, I think, a 40-60 mix with 2 parent households that also need clothing support for themselves and generally a minimum of 2 or 3 students. So we're definitely pushing out more student clothing.
Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Nice job.
Tim, I'd like to add to that. We are the only city in the United States in a mall for clothing for complete wardrobes for students and the needy parents. There's no other shop. Our Sunrise Mall donated a shop. Thank goodness for Nicole and her group. They gave it to us for free. They've got the space. And all 99% of the merchandise, as Kaylon said, has been donated by the city. And we've got a doctor donated a $250 pair of pants. That's the quality that we're getting. I've never seen such brands. These kids, you know, they're familiar with brands from Penny's and Levi's. These are brands that they've never seen before. They're going to be looking like $1 million kids. So come and see us shop, Tim. I voted for you, so you got to give us your support.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I will definitely, I was just texting Kathy Lynn earlier. She invited me over. I'm going to take a look at my schedule and I'll definitely let you know when I can come by.
All right, great.
Great. And I see Donna's got a hand.
Hello again. Thank you. I'm very, very interested in how does one become, or if I'm jumping the gun, just say stopped on and hold on. How does one become, how can I get involved in the retail or it's not retail, but in the aspect of the shop?
I am finally going to stop having ADD and complete my chat line with my phone number and my direct email address. And yeah, just call myself or email me and we'll match up what your
okay,
what your days and schedules like.
Okay, can I just walk into the shop then at some point?
Sure.
Okay, what are the hours of the shop?
So we're open 2 days a week, every Wednesday, 11 to 4.
11 to 4, okay.
And Saturdays, 11 to 3.
Excellent.
And with more volunteers like Donna, we could probably expand those hours.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much.
The location is in the Sunrise Mall.
Gotcha.
Macy's is in the middle.
Yep.
And there's a See's candy store right next to it. Just go 5 empty buildings down to the right. And that's where we are. We're the best looking store in the entire mall.
All right. Excited.
Can we repeat those days again? And this is for volunteering, correct?
Yes.
I'd like to be volunteer.
Yes.
So it was Thursday, 11 to 4.
Wednesdays, 11 to 4.
Okay.
Saturdays, 11 to 3.
Okay.
And then we contact you for that we are going to volunteer?
Yeah, you can. I just posted on the little chat line, but I'll also speak my phone number.
Go ahead.
It's 916 952 9797.
9797?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Excited.
I am too. I used to do the one in Lincoln. We had a clothing store that we did for the homeless and stuff. But the rent, the building wasn't free, and so rent got really expensive for them. And they did the cat dog food for free. So we helped a lot of the homeless in our community also.
Great.
Excellent.
Kayla, there's so many people like Capital Star, so many groups I haven't even been aware of. And so I'm so excited that you're on the line and you can get involved in this shop. We can help in your organization, as just like you were a principal of the school. Call Kaylon and give us some details. And if you know of some very needy families, we can stretch. We just want to keep them in the Citrus Heights area, but we want to hit
or San Juan Unified
or San Juan School. Yeah, San Juan. And it's amazing. Maybe you can help us. Come down and see us and get excited with us. And if you know of some families, we'll give you the principalship and you send them down, call Kaylon, and we'll get these kids looking like $1 million. We've got 4,000 pieces of merchandise in that store. And if they can't find something there, they'll never find anything.
And as you all advocate for the store in the community and amongst students, Stan and I, we never refer to it as a clothing closet because some of the clothing closets that the school district has hosted have, haven't had the best reputation and accessibility. So we really consider it and always refer to it as a clothing store, modeled after the clothing exchange stores that are popular with teens or consignment stores. We just say, oh, if you're a resident or a San Juan student with any need, you just get the benefit of shopping here for free.
Nice.
Well, you were on channel 31.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're pretty out there. So I'm sure a lot of you'll get a lot of probably calls now.
Good.
Super.
Any other questions for the student store? Perfect. So Miss Irene is not here, but Stan, do you have some updates on the Winter Respite Center?
Yes, we didn't do the overnight activities, and that was definitely favored when we interviewed most of the homeless that came. We just couldn't get enough involvement. A lot of senior citizens volunteered for that, and because of the pandemic, they were a little fearful. And as it turns out, the homeless people are probably the most safe from virus than any other group in the city. So we did I call it winter respite. It was, from 9 or 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Tony came and visited with them. We tried to find things that we could do. People donated bikes. 3 or 4 bikes were donated. There was 120 people in the 5 weeks that helped cook meals. There was 75 people that worked the security up front, checking people out, making sure they were healthy, giving them screening. We had a company with portable showers, a fabulous brand new shower. If anyone wants to have a shower, come to their building. Wow. We'll get you the information for it. Showers are what homeless people love, and clean underwear. We found out those are the 2 biggest needs, and we provided all of that. We had a lady from, I think her name was Katie Brown from Presbyterian Church in Fair Oaks. Whatever meals we had left over, and we had a lot of leftover meals. We get two or three people in a car, and she went out and delivered 15 to 18 meals to people that couldn't make it, to homeless people that we found on the street. She seemed to know where they all live in their little hiding places, and it's been a great cooperation. So I think the main thing is the amount of people that were involved with just a small group. We had a total of 63 people, 28% women, and the balance 70 some odd percent men. And there was a lot of help given. 2 or 3 were located into housing that they didn't have before. They're still looking for jobs, and we want to support those people. Some of them have actually come to the store, and we've given them a couple sets of tops and bottoms because they had nothing. Although it's for students, so we didn't turn them down. But it was a success in that it was the only choice we had, and I think that's the important thing, that we didn't neglect. Our city is the cleanest city from here to Sacramento. You go compare other cities in over on Roseville Road going towards Sacramento, and downtown Sacramento, and Fulton Avenue. They're terrible. In our city, our management, Mr. Simono, he's managing it terrific. We're not putting them in jail. We're not throwing them out of the city. He's finding places for them that are safe maybe underneath the big tunnel, but they're clean and they're safe, and they're not parking their tents and moving every 10 feet. Our city, I can't believe how clean we keep our city, but we manage it with Tony there, and with the police force and the city. They're paying attention to these people. And then there's a new facility opening up with 89 beds on Sunrise and Oak. It's called Senior Apartments. and Tony's well aware of it. They're tearing that whole place practically apart and rebuilding it so that it's going to be a shining star. So Tony, I just remind you, keep at those people. I think it's 55 and over now, but they'll lower that standard. But we can put a lot of people. They have a demand that you have to take some classes to learn how to work and how to live in a city, and that's a lot of beds. And we can keep those people, instead of sleeping underneath the tunnel, we can park them in a place that's respectable and where they can promote themselves upward, not downward. It's called Sunrise Apartments, Sunrise and Oak. Let the city management know about that.
It's called the Sunrise Point Apartment. I'm actually working on that project.
Great.
I am tied in with that, Stan. We're just not putting it out yet until it's completed.
Yeah, it's not done yet, but boy, they are ripping it apart. I walked through it. They're changing all the plumbing, all the electrical, all the everything, air conditioning. The only thing that's standing is the walls. The walls. Everything else is totally remodeled, and that's a lot of beds for our homeless. And we can reestablish some of these people and get them bringing in some tax dollars, and that's terrific. Thank you very much. Hi, Brett. Hi, Brett.
Can I ask a question for Stan? So when you volunteer, when you need volunteering for what you just mentioned, who do we go through if you're going to have something else like that again?
You can take my email if you like. We do it. We do it in late December and usually all through January and all through March or all through February. We had to cut it back to 5 weeks because the pandemic was just very restricted. But normally we go 10 weeks and we do it at night. And we're looking for different churches that put up people all night long. We have cots and tents. Cots and sleeping bags and every facility that you can think of. And that's what we're going to do again next late December through March of next year.
Okay.
We'd love your help.
Oh, definitely. I have ladies that will help too.
Oh, terrific. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions for Stan or regarding winter respite?
Guys, I'm so sorry, but I'm actually having to go back to my work right now. So if you could just email me what opportunities that I could help with at all, I would really appreciate that. I'll just go ahead and email the email that's listed on here. So thank you guys so much for your time and have a good day.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfie.
I need to leave also. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch. Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay,
actually, we are pretty much at the end since Irene is not here. I don't have really any other updates. If anyone has any specific questions, you can just email the Citrus Heights HART email. Other than that, does anyone have anything else they'd like to say?
No.
Nick, did you have something?
Yeah, I just want to say I work with a team of folks at Sacramento Self-Help Housing, and we put together the All Hearts newsletter, and that's at heartstogether.org. And we've tried to follow all the awesome projects you guys are doing and stay up to date with everything. So it's a great way too to get Kaylin's information, Mr. Muniz, and all your information. We try to post everything in our newsletter. So yeah, it's a great resource.
Nick, should I be going through you or through Derek to give you like contact information for that?
Either or. So
okay.
if you've been in communication with Derek, I work closely with him too. So
okay, perfect.
So I'd just like to say I really appreciate all of you guys do. This is a very difficult population that's to deal with. They're not rule followers in general. This is one of the experiences that I've learned from my brother over the last 30 years is most of these folks are, they have their own pretty serious personal issues. And it just takes an incredible amount of patience in working with these folks. And I can't tell you, Stan and Kaylin and all the rest of you folks that are involved in HART, I can't express my gratitude deep enough. So Thank you very much. And Alfred, I don't want to skip you. You got the heart of gold, my friend. So, but thank you again for everyone who's participating here.
Nicole, just a final thought. What I've learned in working with both of those organizations, the homeless and the school underground, we are actually the homeless. 70% of the homeless people in this city are from Citrus Heights. They're not from San Francisco. They're not from Nevada. There are people. And so what we're learning, and Kaylin and I realized that if we can get these kids all dressed up, they're not going to quit school in their junior and senior year. They're going to look like $1 million, and we're going to prevent homelessness. And we didn't even think that was one of our objectives, but it's turning out that yes, if these kids look sharp and don't get teased because they got rags on and they're going to go to school looking like $1 million, we are actually a city that can prevent homelessness for these juniors and seniors. One mom told me that her senior in high school was offered a job to make a lot of money for his senior year and not be poor anymore, selling drugs on the street. And we can prevent that. He's now got a wardrobe that's $1 million worth, and he can come in every month. He's gonna look like a star, and and he's an A student. Wants to quit school because he's sleeping in a car at Winco, or at grandma's house for a month. So we can change their lives just by making them proud of their wardrobe and that they're worth something. And I didn't realize the connection until I realized that our homeless people are from our own city. And we're going to stop that, prevent a lot of it by grabbing these kids early on and saying, hey, you're somebody, and stay in school and don't listen to that buddy that wants you to sell drugs. We'll support you. And we're one of the few cities in the United States that have this plan. And I think it's going to work. One mother has already told us he's going to stay in school because he loved his wardrobe. He can't wait to go back to school. And they really miss school. Thank you.
Thank you, Stan. Snack Man, did you have something to say?
Okay, I mentioned it earlier in introductions, but for my birthday, March 7th, 8th, and 9th, I am doing a sock drive. Socks, of course, we all know are very important, especially now with COVID. They don't have access to water. The 7th, 8th, and 9th, you can find me on Facebook under Alfred Sanchez, Snack Man, and Citrus Heights Sentinel is always also going to be doing a story about it. So give me socks, man.
All right.
Question on that sock drive. Are you looking for new only or gently used?
I kind of like new because you know when you're homeless and you get used stuff like that, you know, you just have that creepy feeling like, where did this come from? And when you get something new, it's like, wow, you know what I mean? This is new.
Okay.
So my goal is to get like
new
1,000 socks.
Okay.
Alfred, can you send that to the Citrus Heights Heart email and I can get something up on our social media for it?
So we'll be able to get that information?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah,
perfect. This, your Gmail address?
Yeah. What you emailed this morning. Yeah, just send me the dates and where they can find you, and I'll be sure to get something like that on our Facebook.
And Alfred, if you need a additional drop-off location, we could put a bin out at our store for, the Snack Man sock drive. If people want to drop off new socks at our store, we'll get them over to you.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did anyone have anything else to add? Mr. Brett Daniels, I saw that you joined a little late. Did you want to make any comments?
No, other than to echo what Tim said earlier. I thought that was a very nice thing for Tim to say and very, very true. It's a big effort. A lot of people doing something to make a big difference.
Yep.
And Michaela, I thought since we have several new attendees that may not be familiar with a lot of the other things that HART does, I found it very good to know that a part of what we do is we might, offer some financial scholarships or otherwise for at risk of becoming homeless. We're definitely trying to help individuals and families find long-term sustainable solutions to avoid homelessness. So I think that would be of value for a lot of our new attendees to know that we don't just do what we mentioned. We do a really broad array of support.
Yeah, so if you don't already, follow our Facebook, and then go to our website as well. We have a newsletter, just like what Nick was talking about. We have a specific newsletter just for Citrus Heights, and then there is the All Hearts Together newsletter as well. That way you can see what's going on with the other heart groups. We will be getting a new website at some point. That's in the works. But for now, we do have a running website that you can go on and you can sign up for our newsletter. And right now we just have a Facebook, no Instagram just yet, but definitely hop on there as well. I try to post as much as I can for updates. And then I am the person that responds to the Citrus Heights Heart email. So if you send an email there, it goes to me. So if you see my name or Sunrise Marketplace replying back to you, it's just me. But other than that, yeah.
Great.
If I could just say one thing, it seems like all these meetings that I have a library board meeting today. I mean, it is Thursdays on a city council day, even though we have ethics training tonight, so we don't have a council meeting. Boy, it's, it is really tough to squeeze this in. And I had to make a point and make a tough decision to come here. I'm glad I did. But I would just encourage you to, can you pick a Wednesday or a Tuesday or some other day of the week? Because it seems like all these meetings seem to fall on Thursdays.
Tuesday would work for us.
I'll talk to the boss lady, Tim, but you know Kathy Lynn, she's a busy woman.
Yeah.
Tuesday would be a good day for us too. Tuesday would be a good day, not Wednesday.
Okay.
Tuesday we're flexible.
Just wanted to throw it out there. I'd like to attend, but I almost couldn't make this one.
Wow.
Well, we appreciate you coming. Awesome. Well, does anyone have anything else they would like to add?
No.
All right. Well, thank you for everyone that joined us.
I see a hand. Terry Hollister's got a hand
Hi,
up.
Terry. You're on mute. Still on mute.
Hit that mute button.
Okay.
There you
Sorry.
go.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm wondering on ways that I can donate or help in time or something to this group.
Perfect. Yes. In our chat, there is actually, since you joined later, you probably can't see the chat. Can you put your email in the little chat box and
Sure.
Kaylin McBride can get in touch with you?
Sure. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
If anyone needs to go, you can go. Bye, Tim.
Well, nice meeting everyone, and I look forward to helping and volunteering. So thank you.
Great. Come down and see us.
Yes, I will.
Carrie,
Definitely.
if you want to hang out for a second, we can update you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Michaela.
You're welcome, Stan.
Good job.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Tim or Nick.